I mean, my story is simple. It's not nothing extravagant. It's not nothing crazy. But I'm 27. I grew up Hartford inner city. I was fortunate to be bused out and to go to suburban schools. So I mean, I think that's a lifesaver. Other people who could relate, not sure what they would tell you, but for me, it was a lifesaver. It was a chance to get away from being trapped. Even though when I left that world, I had to go back and face my own world, the peer pressure of the streets and things like that. I had a little breath of fresh air because you got to be around people who thought and believed a little different and saw life a little different. So that gave you a chance to kind of see and believe a little different and get away from getting away from that trap feeling. So for me, I think it was a blessing in disguise to grow up in the inner city, be busted out of suburban schools, to see life a little different. To grow up in a single parent home, watch a parent, you know, bust her butt and go hard and try to wear two pair of shoes and do the best she can. And I mean, those are the things that really make a person, really want better if they really see that as, a badge of honor to be a part of that struggle. You know what I mean? Struggle isn't cool, but if you could get away from it and really find other ways to grind and make it, and knowing you've seen better in life, you just gotta search for it. You gotta know what they knew. You gotta search for what they searched for, and kind of become disciplined to know that, okay, to want better, you really gotta do better, and you gotta reflect on what you seen growing up. And I'm a product of a young boy who went to a suburban schools. Yeah, I didn't fit in at all. I was always an outcast, always a weird one. And I'm gonna use it to the best of my ability. So my story is me coming from the hood, going to suburban schools, growing up in a single parent home, not having the best, but having a decent amount of good and wanting more. Gonna take it to the next level. No hustling backwards is basically, it's a saying. When you doing things that you shouldn't be doing, that won't take you forward in your life, you know what I'm saying? If your hustle, your movement, or whatever you're doing doesn't take you to the next level, it's considered hustling backwards. Somebody that's, standing on a street corner that, maybe had the flyest gear on, maybe had, a couple dollars in their pocket. If they not invested, if they, the home situation isn't in a better position, say they live with their mother, make sure your mom's rent paid up, give her, a little peace of mind. Those mentalities are considered hustling backwards. Having a fridge full of, turn up, having bottles and things like that, and not having, the proper food and having the proper nourishment for your body. Or standing at the bus stop with $1,000 worth of gear on, talking about you broke, but your worth and what you got on is pretty up there. It's not worth nothing. It's not an asset, because once you put these things on, they no longer have value. They've lost their value. You'll never get that money back for these things unless you keep the tag on and return them, right? That's a whole nother subject. But basically, no hustling backwards is pretty much a saying that I take to heart, as in, don't do things that won't forward you in your life. Going backwards is kind of like living in the past. You can't really go no one's ever made it living in their past. So basically, that's what the whole, no hustling backwards is about. So, I just kind of like to be a little different with what I like to say, and, keep my movement and things like that. So my body and soul thing, it's powerful. It's beyond what most people think it is, because they haven't really got a chance to join it and see what the light is, what it's going to bring to the light. Some of my goals are, I want to do the things that everybody wants to do. Everybody says they want to do. The difference is not everybody is willing to, take it to that level, to have that white heat desire to do exactly what they say they want to do. And that white heat desire is it's that burning fire that, man, you can't nobody put out. You know what I mean? Your belief is there. Like what you believe in is non-stop. It's just, it's a go. You know what I mean? It's non-stop. It's like, oh, I gotta have this. I gotta have this. I gotta win. So some of my goals are really to see, one of my biggest goals is to see my culture, you know, push a little forward by enlightening people and letting people know that, okay, this is what you need to handle, you know what I'm saying, to really get to where you want to go and do the things that you want to do. Another thing that my biggest goal is to make sure my kids got somewhere to live that's livable. You know, right now, you turn on the TV. I don't have cable in my house. I refuse to put cable in I refuse to poison my kids. So, you know, my daughter's an amazing, you know, she excels because she reads. That's what we do in our house. So, you know what I mean? Like, my goal is to have somewhere with, you know, at least if my kids can, you know, walk out their door, they can just enjoy themselves. They don't got to worry about, you know, the BS that comes with, you know, being different. You know, different is just like this weird thing that everybody's saying. But who you are, nobody's hardwired to be the same, so nobody should be running around trying to be the same as another. So, you know, that's another big thing that, you know, I focus on and I think is very important. And that's, you know, those are my goals, man. Like, in success is big for me, man. I think success is helping others reach their passion and reach their goals. I mean, my passion is being myself. I'm passionate about being who I am. But my greatest passion is music. Hip hop has always been my greatest passion. Why it's been my greatest passion is because I listen to the music. The music becomes like kind of like affirmation for me. I look for a message in the music. Everybody looks for a message in the music. So some people look for identity in the music. I just look for a message. If you listen to a lot of music I listen to, you be like, oh man, you know, he speaks some real stuff. I'm a big Jay-Z fan, big Fabulous fan. I love the soul tapes. I love music in general because music has so much power in it, and it moves people. So, you know, it's big for me. And then not even that, you know, when I really got introduced to really the love of music was when I got a chance to get my first album, which was Notorious B.I.G.'s Life After Death. That was my first album. You know, I went to Detroit to see my uncle, you know what I mean? Got to, you know, meet him after not seeing him for a few years. I got a chance to, you know, get my hands on that Life After Death. He gave me, you know, the big Sony headphones with the Discman and the Life After Death album, you know, CD 1 and 2, and I played the life out of that, man. I walked around with batteries. That's when, you know what I mean, if you knew me, you knew I walked around with headphones and a CD player or Walkman or whatever. Like, that was me. Like, I've been like this for forever. Like, music has to be in my ear. Like, that's my therapy. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's my out. So, I mean, music has always been my passion. I just want to show other people there's other ways to use music. You know what I mean? You don't have to use music to be negative. You don't got to use music to shoot up a corner. I mean, yeah, it's great music. Don't get me wrong. The melodies, the catchy hooks, and all of that. But it's not. It's entertainment. It's entertainment. There's other music out there that could put you in front of a bigger picture, that could let you see some light. And most people ignore that stuff. They listen to it, but they don't listen to it. So, you know what I mean? Like Jay-Z said, man, and they skim right through it. They don't listen to it. They don't listen to music. They skim through it. So, I mean, that's my biggest passion, real talk. I mean, what truly makes me tick, what makes me go, what makes me keep going is my kids. My kids are my greatest why. Why are they my greatest why? Because, I mean, who wants to have children who don't excel and do great in their lives? And the only way for your kids to truly do great, which I believe, this is my opinion, you know, maybe people feel different, but the only way for kids to truly excel and be who they want to be, you have to be that shining example first. You know what I mean? So many people are looking for somebody to be a role model for their kids. The best role model is you. You know, I've never really heard a kid say everybody else was their role model. If they had their parents in their life, they'd be like, you know, my mommy's my role model. My mom was always my role model. She worked hard. She worked hard, and you know, forever I didn't understand why she worked so hard. But now that I'm older, I understand. But I also didn't like certain things growing up that I'm pretty sure that my kids wouldn't like. So you know what I mean? I found another passion, a way to network and eat, and you know, really make things happen for myself, so that I can have that quality of life with them and enjoy more time. And you know what I mean? We have a two-parent household, which I didn't have. So that's my main passion and my main focus, and that's what makes me tick. You know, the ability to be there and be a great father, and also be able to give my kids the quality of life that I didn't have. I can't say my life was bad. You know what I mean? I had great support. I had great, you know, family and friends. It's just that I want more out of life, and I want more for my kids. So in order to be, for them to get there, I gotta be that shining example first, and I think that means the world to me. And I'm pretty sure as they get older, it's gonna mean the world to them. I mean, network marketing for me changed my life. It did a lot for me. It did it worked wonders for me. It saved me. I truly believe. It does something for you that most people don't really realize, because they haven't gotten a chance to really let it, you know, resonate in their life, or they haven't get themselves a commitment. But you know, being able to get around positive people, which you know, you're used to people, you know, not to say bad people, because people are good, they just ignorant to certain things in their life. But people who complain a lot, people who, you know, whine and moan and wish their life away, and you get around people and they different, like they weird, they stand out, and they're who they are, because you know, they're branding themselves and they're building themselves to be passionate for what they love. They got dreams, they got goals, and they've learned that a job model isn't gonna make it. So you know, with that hope and belief, they handle their business, they do what they need to do to get to the next level. And network marketing changed my life, because 3 years ago I joined the health and wellness company after being depressed, overweight, 220 pounds. 3 months later, you know, I'm down like 180, and you know, life was starting to look, you know, on a turnaround. And no matter what, my mindset became more positive. I wasn't quite a leader yet, but I knew there was something out there, and I caught the bug. I caught the network marketing bug. I caught the, you know, the bug, and ever since then, I just kind of, you know, been infected with this beautiful thing called, you know, change, building your life up, being self-made. And I think it's very important to you know, give it a shot. You know what I mean? If you really believe and you got a passion for something, there's no reason why you won't be able to become successful in the network marketing industry and be able to create something for yourself. You know, people wonder why, you know, people don't buy products and things like that. People don't buy products. People buy you. It's the person you're becoming that you buy into. So you know, why not be $1 million person? You know, it's not the goal of making $1 million. For me, it's becoming that $1 million person, because $1 million person acquires $1 million. Yeah, you know, that's the reason why, you know, network marketing works for me. Everybody has their own, you know, why for them, but that's definitely mine. You know. I mean, I won't say work is a bad thing. I mean, if you're trying to maintain, you know, building a business isn't an easy thing. I mean, you gotta definitely maintain until you get to where you want to be before you say, hey, you know, I had enough. I'm gonna go work on my dream now. Try to manage yours. But why I won't go to work for somebody is because I don't like being told what to do. I mean, being told what to do. I mean, it's kind of, it's like jail. You know what I mean? People don't look at it that way. Yeah, you may have a little home time. You know, you may have, you know, have some time to go out to work. But I got tired of the whole 8-and-1 or the 9-and-1, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? 8 hours on the job and a 1 hour break. I like to chill. I like to relax. I like to be me. I like to be lazy, truthfully. So why not do 2 or 3 years of focus work and have the rest of your time in your life to enjoy? Because see, people are looking for an opportunity all the time, so it's not really hard to find other people that are looking for the same thing you're looking for. You just gotta be focused and get to the results, so then you can show them how to get to the results. So at the same time, you're building something, you're showing them how to build something, and now you start to duplicate success. So why I won't ever focus on a job is because I know a job is going to allow me to maintain, which won't allow me to dream. It's going to wipe my dreams away. It's going to put me in the norm with everybody else, with the 95% of the world, when I truly want to be a 5%. So in order to be a 5%, I got to do what the 5% does instead of doing what the 95 does. And you know what I mean? And that's the only way to win. When you got a desire to win, I mean, a job isn't going to allow you to win. A job doesn't allow you to be who you are. You could be the greatest person in the world, but we all know that even if you're the hard worker, you're going to make just as much money as the lazy guy. So we know that that's not somewhere where you can truly be who you want to be and shine. You can, to a certain degree, if you want to go through the ranks of working for somebody else and kind of maybe get to that middle management position, but that's where it stops. I want to be at the top of the ladder. I want to have my own, you know what I mean? If you're going to call it a pyramid scheme, why not be at the top of it? You know what I mean? So that's how it works for me. I mean, I don't know how it works for everybody else.